Hey, what's going on? My name is Mikael, and I want to share a super quick story of how I went from literally $0. I had $0 in a brand new Stripe account to over $208,000 in less than 48 hours. And a massive reason for that is because of what Scott teaches with the ROI method, in his relevancy engine and whatnot. So, you know what? Look, I'm not one to really do this normally, but talk is cheap. And this literally happened yesterday and the day before. So I'm kind of still stoked about it. But let me just quickly show you in Stripe, because again, talk is cheap and people say which most of the time it's bullshit. So here it is, brand new Stripe account. You can see there's literally no money coming in. Here's 185,000. The rest was all inside of PayPal. But you could see on February 6th, 55,000, 92,000, and then 37,000. And then that's when I stopped taking on customers. So 277 customers right there. And again, the rest is in via PayPal. So yeah, just over $208,000 in 48 hours. That's super fast. And again, the big reason is because of I implemented and I focused on the ROI method, the relevancy, omnipresence, and intimacy system that Scott talks about all the time. And I actually was, disclaimer, I get privileged access to Scott. I used to live right next door to him in Toronto before he decided to be nomadic and live freely all over the world. But yeah, I was actually at one of his masterminds down in San Diego. I believe this was probably around October or something like that. And I was showing him the software that I had been building for the last 12 months or so. And I really hadn't thought about how to launch it. I was just going to do a normal kind of, hey, free trial, then monthly thing. And when I was at this mastermind, Scott really talked to me about providing it in more of a freemium model, and then really focusing on ROI, really focusing on building a community around it, building a tribe, and focusing on relevancy, omnipresence, and intimacy. So that's exactly what I did in December, literally December of. Let me just open up this quick, group here. So December 7th, I think, is when I launched the free version of the software, and I literally focused on ROI. I modeled exactly what Scott does with his 6 post types. I shared stories, I shared my philosophies, I shared a whole bunch of stuff, based on those 6 post types. And the group ended up growing to about 4,200 people. Super massive engagement in the group, which has been incredible. And I just kept focusing on giving value to this community using the ROI method. And when I was ready to launch the paid version of the software, people were super excited. Of course, my software and my product is absolutely awesome, which helps. But having built this community and focusing on ROI, by the way, no affiliates on this launch at all whatsoever. That $208,000, there's no commissions being paid out. And I spent about $10,000 on ads to grow this group. So it works, man. If you have any opportunity to work with Scott at any capacity, just do it. That's it. That's all I can say. And for Scott, you don't even know that I'm doing this video. So all I can say to you, buddy, is I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate what you do out there, and I'm glad we're friends, and I'm glad that you've helped me so far. So cheers. That's it. I wanted to share my story. Hope you guys get some cool motivation out of this, and yeah, peace.